inactive today. Okay, so are we picking this game, or is this, we're just going to go ahead and do it? Okay. You change? Are you going to change, Steve? Is that what you're doing right here?
You know what? I mean, the Lions are banged up too, aren't they?
Okay.
They got all kinds of guys banged up, but you know what? The quarterback...
Okay, so I'm going to go first then. Okay, so we're actually picking this game. I'm not going to change. So I'm going to stick with the Carolina Panthers. I think the Lions are missing too many pieces, and I'm sticking with the Carolina Panthers at home. And that's that. Carolina.
Fine.
Steve?
I think you're a smart guy, so
I appreciate that, Steve.
I'm going to take the Panthers, too.
Okay, so we're going to go across the... Michael's the Lions. Kurt's sticking put. Are you guys staying put on this? Okay.
I am. I was going to go Carolina here if Teddy played, because I think he's a huge difference maker. P.J. Walker, in the time that he's played, just doesn't look comfortable in this offense. And I know Matthew Stafford has the thumb issue, and they're banged up, as Coach said. But I'm going Detroit in this one.
Okay, so what do you have, Irv?
Yeah, I was going Detroit anyway, and I'm so glad that the Panthers changed their mind, because when Ian was saying that and I was watching Teddy Bridgewater jog around so gingerly, I was like, oh, my God, no, don't even put him in this situation, even in an emergency situation. He did not look healthy. Boy. So I'm glad they made the right decision and sat him aside. But I'm taking Detroit to win this game.
And you're taking Detroit, Steve?
Yeah, I am. I'm a Honolulu Blue guy. Let's go.
No, you're not. Don't be.
Yeah, I am. Look, I got blue on.
I am staying with Carolina, so that means. And I'll just tell you this: I'm going to keep this out I'm going to keep this out quite a bit, because I've decided, since I'm so far behind, I'm going to start taking some chances, and you'll see more of this today.
All right, go for it.
Carolina Panthers, come on, Mike Davis, P.J. Walker. Ow!
Oh, that was me. Come on! That first howl was not very good.
Oh, I need a lozenge. Michael Thomas is going to be catching passes from the old PeacockTV.com, or get the Peacock app today. Who's winning today? I am 8 back now after a week going 11-3. Mooch, you and I had the best week last week.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you and I were the only ones on this list, however, who chose Arizona on Thursday Night Football.
Darn it.
I know. So let's get right back out of here. New England and Houston. I said I was going to be taking a lot of shots today, but I'm still sticking with New England in this one. I think the Patriots are getting things a little bit more on the straight and narrow. Cam's more himself. Stephon Gilmore's back. I'd take New England in this one.
I will, too. I think the Pats are playing pretty darn well, really, on both sides of the ball. They won that big game against the Ravens in the rain, and I think they're going to make a push here going forward.
I agree. I think they've figured out how they want to play football, and they've got the formula down that they're going to use. And you look at this Texans team, they struggle to stop the run. I think it's the Patriots win here.
Yeah, and across the board, I also think it's a Patriots win. And I feel good for Cam. I'm happy for Cam. Cam replacing a legend and responsible for a legend in Bill Belichick.
I must mention that's Cynthia Freeland and her projection are lone wolf in this. She says that the Texans are going to win this game, and is saying that it's going to be a nice day for Deshaun Watson. So, Dolphins and Broncos, I'm going to go first here. Can I even call my shot and say I think the Dolphins are going to go into the Week 14 game against Kansas City, having never lost under Tua? I think Tua wins this one. And he's going to win his next two as well. I'm very high on the Dolphins, the way that they're playing, and I take them today.
You know, and it's not just Tua. I'm taking the Dolphins as well. It's not just Tua. He's playing well for a rookie and all that good stuff, but they're not counting on him to make all this plays and touchdowns and yards. They're playing great defense. They're playing great special teams. This is a football team that's playing well as a team. That's why they're going to put these. This could be their 6th win in a row, and they're on a roll.
You're right, Coach. I would say it starts with those other pieces you're talking about, specifically on defense, but I love what I'm seeing from Tua. Every game, they give him a little bit more. He does a nice job with it. He continues to deal the football, make good decisions, not turn the ball over. I love what this team is doing. I'm going Miami as well.
Well, you guys know I'm from Miami. I am the 305. How can I not? I love Miami. I've been with Miami all year long. I've been here right
Says the champion of the reigning champion of locks of the week, because he chose against the Dolphins every week last year. Mr. 305 himself. Cynthia's projection is in agreement with all of ours, or I guess we're in agreement with her projection. Predictions presented by Lexus. Steve, you're up first.
I got one this
time.
This is real now. Guess who has the highest passer rating in the Super Bowl era, Week 11, against the Rams? Hang on. I thought it was going to be Steve Young. The Niners and Steve Young beat the Rams 17 times in a row, Kurt Warner. Actually, I lied. Jim Druckenmiller took one of those and beat the Rams. It was one of those 17. Anyway, no, I was wrong. It is Kurt Warner. Yes, your Cardinals in 2009, Week 11.
Look at that.
You beat the Rams 21-13, Kurt. Way to go. And your passer rating was 146.3.
Wow.
Congratulations. You know what, though? Tom Brady's good at a lot of things, though, isn't he? Well, he's good at beating the Rams. So my bold prediction says tomorrow night, he will smash your record in Week 11 against the Rams and have 147 passer rating and smash just another one of your records, Kurt.
All right, Gucci. Hey, we talked a lot about Taysom Hill and his first start today. And so, went back and looked. Most passing yards for a quarterback in his first start, Cam Newton, 422. Most rush yards for a quarterback in his first start, Lamar Jackson, 119. But you know what? A quarterback in their first start has never had 100 yards rushing and over 200 yards passing. So I say the Taysom Hill experience is going to work out pretty good for the Saints today, and he will become the first ever quarterback in his first start to go 200 passing and 100 rushing. Yeah, that's a never ever, Rich. Never ever.
Never ever. Irv?
All right, well, let me get in the never ever categories. Did you know, guys, the most yards by two rookie receivers in a single game since the merger? 290, Week 17, 2014. Odell Beckham, 185 yards. Jordan Matthews, 105 yards. I say today, those two rookies, that young Justin Jefferson, who's going off in Minnesota, and my 88 clubber, C.D. Lamb, will break that record and have at least 291 receiving yards. Loving my receivers today.
All right, that's bold predictions right here on NFL Game Day Morning. And we rolled back. Very rare your game time decision and you think, well, there maybe it could be. This is a legit one. You are watching the deciding going down right now, watching Teddy Bridgewater warm up.
Kind of moving gingerly.
It's kind of Fred G. Sanford-like. Not really moving around very well. Well, this is the big one. This decision. Arriving for work in Cleveland, Ohio to kick off hour number 3 of NFL Game Day Morning, Week 11. Somebody whose stat line is brought to you by the number 12. 12 passing touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Carson Wentz for Doug Peterson on a rainy Cleveland Sunday. Chilly. You could already see the smoke coming out of the mask of the head coach of the 3-5-1 Philadelphia Eagles. Matt Ryan getting ready for a return trip with Julio Jones to a place these guys know very well, the Superdome. Nobody's matched up more against each other than Matt Ryan and Drew Brees of current quarterbacks 23 times, but with Drew Brees on IR in the next 3 weeks, that number will stay the same because this is the first of 2 matchups in the next 3 weeks between the Saints and Taysom Hill and the Atlanta Falcons. Ian Rappaport, I give you the floor on the big story of the day.
Well, Rich, everybody wants to know what went into this decision for Saints coach Sean Payton to start Taysom Hill and not Jameis Winston, who, of course, came in and filled in for Brees last week. I talked to several people involved in this, and from what I understand, this is the biggest factor. Sean wants to know. He wants to know, is Taysom Hill his quarterback for the future? Is he his quarterback for the next 3 games, or is he his quarterback for the next 5 or so years? Remember, they gave Taysom Hill a 2-year, $21 million contract extension, a massive deal for a backup with the thought that this would be the guy that takes over for Drew Brees in 2021. Nothing in practice can prove that. None of the little spot stuff in games can prove that. Only a real start or starts can do that. That is what they want to find out today. Expect